In this video we are going to talk about top 10 learning games for kids. So before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. It is essential to shrewdly pick your instructive game, since it is bundled as a learning device. Doesn't naturally legitimize its worth. All things considered, here is my rundown of top 10 learning games for kids. They range from the instructing of basic and transitional scholastics to more perplexing genuine abilities. Number 10, Dragon Box. Why hold on until center school to begin learning algebra? While certain understudies succeed in this subject, it is positively not the widely adored. Many children figure out how to tackle conditions precisely without truly grasping the basic ideas at work. In Dragon Box, visual components are utilized to address adjusting different sides inside a shut framework. The objective is to dispose of all superfluous components to get the crate without anyone else. The game advances to more significant levels, which all the more intently approximates the kinds of conditions that children will ultimately look in school. The astonishing thing about Dragon Box is that small children love to play it without realizing that they are settling complex math. There has been many contextual investigations where 4+-year-olds are dominating and settling huge number of center school algebra issues. This is the encapsulation of a learning game, making something exhausting tomfoolery and energizing. Number 9, Mind Snacks. Mind Snacks is an intuitive application that shows words and expressions in various dialects like Spanish, Chinese, French, German, and Japanese. There is likewise the choice to pick SAT jargon. Rather than learning through repetition, remembrance, and redundancy, fun touch-screen games are utilized. Most children could do without being bound to a work area with a course reading. Yet, with Mind Snacks, they can learn unfamiliar words and expressions in casual environments, like holding up in line or in any event during a long vehicle trip. Adolescence is the best chance to learn new dialects. The prior this is finished, the better. With games like Mind Snacks, children can streamline this important open door as opposed to holding on until center everyday schedule secondary school. Number 8, DIY.org. DIY undertakings show critical thinking abilities, imaginative sensibilities, genius, and freedom. They likewise assist with drawing out the imagination that is innate in each one of us. The site, DIY.org, has an application called DIY Get Skills. Be awesome. Children can exhibit their manifestations and even offer them in a bigger local area. This social viewpoint permits them to get approval from peers their own age, not simply from mother and father. Core drives number 3 and number 5. Number 7, Code Spells. More guardians are acknowledging the way that significant it is for youngsters to figure out how to code, particularly since this is a profoundly attractive expertise. Be that as it may, writing computer programs isn't presented as a center subject in school for little kids yet. In any case, with a game like Code Spells, composing code turns into a great distraction, not an additional advancing course. Players should help dwarf characters play out specific errands by utilizing enchantment. In any case, the spells they use should be written in Java code. A concentrate on 40 young ladies, ages 10 to 12, showed that learning code was very easy because of this game. Furthermore, a portion of the subjects even communicated frustration that the game was over too early. An exceptionally habit-forming experience joined with huge learning compares to an impressive learning very game. Number 6, Scribble Knots. Jot Knots is a media creation game for youngsters around ages 8 to 11 which shows innovative critical thinking abilities through inventive situations that include rationale, spelling, and imagination. Players are given a specific test to tackle. Furthermore, they can do this by gathering pretty much anything they can imagine, by composing it into a field. Minds can roam free with every one of the various conceivable outcomes that can be rejuvenated. Players might make new riddles that can be imparted to other people. Core drive number 3, Empowerment of creativity and feedback. Assuming that the superhuman Green Lantern had played this game growing up, he would have wiped out his greatest shortcoming: absence of unconstrained imagination. Number 5. Dora's Cooking Club. Dora's Cooking Club is for a long time 4 to 6. Most more youthful children love Dora. So utilizing this person to rouse learning in kids is now an enormous in addition to. Kids find out about numbers, divisions, shapes and Spanish as they assist Dora and her grandma with setting up a scrumptious Mexican feast. Kids are probably going to play this game deliberately rather than doing practices in an exercise manual. Sadly, this is a piece over my head I haven't tracked down the strength in me to dominate this game and be seductively edutained for a really long time. Number 4. Game Star Mechanic. A significant fundamental ability, which is challenging to instruct, is to thought of a decent, inventive thought and foster it through a course of consistent advances. With Game Star Mechanic, kids are offered the chance to level up this skill by making their own games and imparting them to other people. As per their site, their local area has more than 250,000 architects whose games have been played north of 5 million times. Game Star Mechanic is in any event, being involved by educators in study hall settings to satisfy STEM prerequisites. Number 3. SimCity. SimCity is one of the first magnificent learning/productive/serious games in the business that truly got the hearts and brains of players. In the long run, you discover that it additionally gets the minds of players. The creators of SimCity have emerged with instructive variant, SimCity EDU, to satisfy homeroom STEM, science, technology, engineering and mathematics prerequisites. Kids are approached to construct virtual urban communities as they find out about financial turn of events, metropolitan preparation and natural administration. This all-encompassing structure assists messes with growing 10,000-foot view thinking styles where they figure out what explicit activities mean for a bigger framework like a whole city. Number 2. Mind-Blown Life. Showing Cash the executive's abilities frequently appears as harsh addressing among guardians and their young grown-up kids. Mind-Blown Life is a game that is intended to show Cash the board abilities to teenagers. Various players take part and interface with each other as they attempt to adjust their expert and individual lives to abstain from overspending. We're at an unreasonable point in monetary education. If we don't accomplish something now, the tomorrow that exists will be emphatically unique in relation to the one we envisioned and the one we need. Number 1. The Misadventures of PB Winterbottom. The Misadventures of PB Winterbottom is a difficult riddle game for Windows PC and Xbox Live Arcade. Maybe the most striking trademark is the look and feel of the game, which is finished in dazzling high-contrast illustrations. As per Destructoid.com, the workmanship is all-out and out gorgeous to check out. There's a straightforward tastefulness to everything about the levels and story approaches that attracts you. The player travels through the game as a pie-taking person named PB Winterbottom. The player's procedures can include cloning him or in any event, controlling time. Decisive reasoning and critical thinking abilities can without a doubt be developed easily through creative and vivid computerized exercises like Misadventures. This resembles the youngster variant of Entryway, where a comprehension of material science and the tomfoolery spots where you can overstep the laws of physical science become connecting with and basic to taking care of the issues. Conclusion. The vast majority consider games being totally sporting. However, this doesn't be guaranteed to must be the situation. Games can assist children of any age with dominating learning accomplishments without the battle and disappointment that is in many cases felt in proper learning settings. When planned appropriately, they can support sensations of certainty, achievement, core drive number 2, and self-adequacy. They offer brilliant open doors for players to take advantage of tremendous stores of inventiveness and critical abilities to think. What's more, the best part is that they can be extraordinarily charming. What do you think about this video? Do let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.